Hello, everybody. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching Gilmore Girls, Season 2, Episode 9, Runaway Little Boy.
I am desperate for us to stop doing
Romeo and Juliet. I wondered what you were going to say first. I was curious.
I don't want to do it anymore.
No, same.
I'm doing that on purpose because you're like, you're going to be so loud. There's just...
Okay, keep in mind this was 2001.
No, I know. Okay. We just keep doing this. This is like apparently the only one that we can ever do in high school. I had to do it twice in high school. And I'm like, and I had the same English teacher my freshman year and my senior year. And I begged her. I was like, can we please do something different? Yeah. We don't need to do this every single time. It's not even his best one.
No.
It's
not. Like, not even close.
No.
It's not his best play overall. It's not even his best tragedy.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, and why this one? Why this one? I have yet to figure it out. Oh my God, I hate it. I hate it.
All right, so leaving that aside.
Also, this is a Dean hate account.
Yeah. No, we've been there. We've been there since season 1.
I'm just reminding everyone this is a major Dean hate account.
Okay. So, I'm going to say there's an ABC story again in this one, and I want to start with the C story. So, the A story is the Romeo and Juliet, overarching. Rory has a project at school. She's on Paris, Madeline, Louise's team. There's a boy named Brad, and then Tristan gets stuck on their team because it's the only team where he doesn't have an ex-girlfriend, which is horrible.
Yikes.
The B story is Lorelai goes on a date with a guy from her business class. And the C story is Lorelai gets delivered a wedding gift way after the fact, like months after the fact. And it's an ice cream maker, and Rory and Suki want to keep it, and Lorelai is like, no, we have to send it back, but they don't know who it's from.
Oh, well, mine now.
100%.
Like, I don't know. Lorelai
100%.
Gets on my nerves.
She gets it. That's the thing, is like...
She gets on my nerves.
Like, I understand, like, making a good faith effort, but once I had gotten through, like, 3 pages of my address book, I would have been like, well, that's as much as I can do.
Yeah.
Maybe it's from Max's side.
Right. If you
now I have a dope Italian ice cream maker.
Yeah, if you were expecting it to be sent back for any reason, put a return address on it.
Yeah.
So you didn't do that. I made the effort, and I wouldn't even have gone through 3 pages. I would have gone through 1 and be like, well, guess it's mine now.
Like, who's my most likely family member?
Right.
You know, to have done something like this?
Yeah.
Regardless. I do love the moment where Suki's so excited. She's like, it's a, whatever, and it sounds like Mussolini, and so Lorelai is like, someone got me a fascist ice cream maker. It's very funny. And so Suki is like, oh, we can make cider ice cream. And then when Lorelai is like, I don't want this to be the moment at the pearly gates where there's just footage of the 3 of us, like, staggering around slathered in cider ice cream. And that's the reason. It's just the image is funny, so I like it. So yeah, that's basically that. And it leads into the B story because Suki is like, can I say something to you? And Lorelai is like, what's going on? And she's like, I think you're just, like, holding yourself back. Basically, relationship, you haven't been on any dates since Max, like, all of this. If you're cool and you're over it, I think you should go out. And she has already been asked out by this guy in her business class. And so she ends up taking him up on it. They have this whole bit about, like, the vending machine burrito, which, like, gross, Lorelai.
Ew, yeah.
Please.
But that's her thing.
Well, she is, okay, real maturity is understanding that Lorelai is the villain.
Yeah. That,
like, Lorelai and Rory are the villains of this story.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten there with Rory yet.
No, Lorelai is kind of the worst.
Yeah.
TM.
100%.
Oh, I get it. So she is very cool girl.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, I can eat, like, gas station burritos and my stomach won't explode.
Yeah, or like Hartford Business School vending machine burrito. Like, I don't know, man.
No.
You would hope that it's like a chilled vending machine or like something like frozen somehow, and then there's a microwave that you like sort of like at a gas station.
Yeah.
Like, but who knows?
I don't know.
So anyway, they end up going out. It's not a love match. It's kind of whatever. She's like, I think that we'll still have our, like, banter at business school, but we're not gonna, continue on. And so he ends up coming into Luke's with his parents wearing a baseball cap and a South Park t-shirt.
I was so scared that he was gonna be like, I'm 18.
No, he is in his 20s.
Yeah, but I was like, I was having to remind myself of that it's like business school specifically, but it was weird.
I mean, she is easily 10 years older than him.
Yeah.
But.
Well, it kind of reminds me of the time I went out with this dude and his parents ended up coming and.
No.
Yeah. They like were at the restaurant.
On the date?
Yeah. And I was in college. I was like 22, I think. Oh my God. Yeah. And his parents ended up coming and I was like, what? I don't understand. And then we ended up going to like his friend's house afterwards. But like I had driven us there and it just like kept getting weirder. I tend to do things for the plot because I'm like,
I'm in it now.
There's no reason for me to have like done that. But like when we got to the house or whatever, it was just like a mess. And I was like, I want out. And so like I texted my mom and so she called me. She was like, oh, I fell down the stairs and I can't get up, which she's doing that now.
Fair.
But so, and then I was like, oh no, I must leave to go help my mother. And then I left and then I never talked to that guy ever again. He also showed up in a Neo coat. Yeah.
Like all the way to the ground?
Almost, yeah. At least to the ankles.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So anyway, he looks much younger than he is. Because I would like maybe 25, you know? But still, she's like 8 or 9 or 10 years older than him, for sure. So everybody gives her a hard time. Rory gives her a hard time. She says, I've always wanted a little brother. Luke gives her a hard time and then has 2 little Cub Scout boy or like whatever move down a chair at the counter. Because he's like, I don't know if you had one of those like height requirements like a roller coaster. It's very funny. And then everybody keeps giving her a hard time. Miss Patty calls her a naughty girl. Suki is like, well, he did look super young. And it's like Kirk snapped a picture. So everybody has seen what he looks like. And he's just like antiquing with his parents, basically.
But he's acting like he knew so much about Luke's and then so much about Luke specifically. And then he was like, oh, my parents have heard so much about you. And it's like, why?
Well, okay, so I imagine obviously that like Lorelai talked to him on the date and has like mentioned stuff before, but the fact that he knew about Rachel was like, why are you spitting Luke's business everywhere? Because he's just like, bummer about that Rachel. Okay, gotta go. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
When they're finally at the performance, they've like decided to go to Luke's after, and Lorelai is like, although I don't know why he's being so mean to me. And Suki is like, are you kidding me? She's like, you're killing me. He is so in love with you. I can't believe you don't know. I can't believe you haven't figured it out. He's watched you go from like guy to guy and you were engaged to Max and like all of this. How do you not know? And she's just like, oh my God, Suki, please, blah, there's no way, blah. And Suki's like, will you just like look him in the face and like figure it out? She doesn't really. They just like, they have a talk and she's like, I'm really bad at dating. And like, I thought, when I found Max, I was like, fine, but then it's like not done. And so blah, blah, blah. And it's just like a conversation to nowhere.
It's just, you'll always be in my life. And he's like, yep. And she's like, cool.
Yeah. Sort of annoying.
I didn't even get excited because I was like, she's not going to do anything.
No, of course not. Not yet.
I did the worst.
Oh boy. Okay, so that leads us to the A story, which is this Romeo and Juliet. They get divided into groups. Each group gets an act, which I think is kind of a cool idea, and they are allowed to do it in whatever like style they want, which I also find very cool.
Yep.
I think it's to differing effect because the like caveman one was really stupid, but the businessman one was kind of interesting.
That.
Yeah,
I liked that a lot.
Yeah,
that was
that they were all. Or you liked the caveman one specifically?
Girl, I did not like the caveman one.
Oh, you like the businessman. Okay, sorry. I
don't want to hear grunting along in iambic pentameter. That was stupid. If I was in that group, I'd be like, no, we're not doing this.
So the teacher at the beginning does say that like there were a couple of cool ones. They did like Hamlet, I think the previous year. Richard III. And then like the climactic scene was set during the final days of the Sonny and Cher show, which I think is like funny. That's just silly. But Paris obviously elects herself as director and they're going full Elizabethan.
So boring.
Well, she's on the right track. She's like, if we do it right, it's going to be a guaranteed A, no matter what.
Oh, that's boring.
But it's boring. I agree.
She's not a creative, so I can't fully fault her, but, like, you would get more of a sell. You wouldn't have to try as hard to make sure the lines are clean.
Yeah.
If you do it in a way that is interesting.
I agree.
This is why you need personality hires in your group projects as well.
It's true.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing too, why, and I'm going to go on a little tangent, why the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet is
incredible.
But it is also by Shakespeare scholars considered actually the most accurate on-screen depiction of it, like, ever.
For me,
yeah,
that play should have been retired forever after that movie, after that adaptation. No more. We've done it. We're done.
Have you seen the people who, like, especially, like, when Twitter was, like, in its heyday and people, like, celebrities were actually using it, people, like, tagged Harold Perrineau, and they were like, what must it be like knowing that you've done the definitive performance of, like, a 600-year-old play and that everyone is reaching for what you did forever and no one will ever again. And he just was like, you guys are gonna make me cry. This is amazing.
He's like, stop.
Thank you.
Stop.
Because his Mercutio is like, I mean, there's nothing better.
No, you can't. We're done. I'm telling you, we should have retired it. No one else is allowed to do it ever again because it's perfect. It is the zenith. Nothing will ever top it. It is so good.
I love Baz Luhrmann.
Me
I
too.
didn't like Elvis.
I refused to watch it.
I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was, I don't know why it was so much about Tom Hanks's character.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to watch it.
It should be about Elvis because it's called Elvis.
Yeah.
I feel like the movie that's called Priscilla is going to be more about Elvis than the one that was called Elvis was.
I don't think so.
I meant that I was very tongue-in-cheek. Obviously, I know it's about Priscilla, but I think it's gonna be better about Elvis.
Yeah.
Regardless, it is kind of boring. Whatever. Rory is super nervous because should she tell Dean that Tristan's in this play, blah, 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 whatever. I think she decides kind of not to do it. But then Paris changes the rehearsal place to Miss Patty's because Act 2 was, like, also rehearsing at the school, and they were gonna cheat and see or whatever.
Slytherin was on the Quidditch field. I don't know.
It was very stupid. So then she has to tell Dean that Tristan's in it, but Tristan goes to the market first. He is being a cock in this episode. I'm not arguing that.
The whole thing was like she felt like she had to tell Dean that they kissed while they were broken up.
Yeah.
Which, no,
you don't.
That's my business.
Yeah.
That is my business, and that is his business.
So also, the reason that Tristan got put in their thing is because of the ex-girlfriends, but also the teacher didn't assign him a group because he was suspended. Because he's been hanging out with these guys, Duncan and Bowman, and they're getting in lots of trouble. They, like, stole somebody's car or, like, took the car apart or something stupid. I never pay attention to that part. So he was suspended, and he's back now, and basically... Again, he's being a cock. I'm not arguing that. He goes to the market. He runs into Dean. It is very stupid and just 17-year-old boy testosterone everywhere.
He had to rub his dick on stuff.
I mean, I would rather if he rubbed his dick on. I couldn't.
Good try.
You're going to have to edit that out. No, I'll leave it in. It's fine. But, like, I mean, Tristan is, instead of Dean...
No, they're both going, like, they're playing sword fights. Poor Taylor. Just dicks all over his fucking grocery store and then a ruined bag of flour.
Yeah.
Where is he writing up or, like, having a town meeting for that? Like, you know...
No, Dean is a good boy.
Hooligan boys ruining his stock.
It's only Jess. Dean is a good boy and Tristan is a rich boy, so it doesn't matter. Exactly. So, okay, he's a total cock about that, and basically, so Rory goes to get Tristan, she sends him back to to Miss Patty's, and then she, like, has to talk Dean off a ledge, and she's basically like, it's just till Sunday, and then it's over, it literally doesn't matter, why are you doing this? And he's just like, we hate him, he's like, ugh. He's just being such a baby about it. And so Rory tells Lorelai, she's like, no, he's totally fine. So he comes in, and then insists that he sit in on tomorrow's rehearsal. Absolutely not.
Nope.
100% no.
Nope.
They both try to talk him out of it, and he will not budge.
No, what? I mean, I already know how it ends. Why does it matter that I have to wait till Sunday? Like, I'm there and I could, like, support you and whatever. It's just like, you're being a fucking psycho.
Yeah, it's horrible. The next day, before they go to rehearse again, Rory meets up with Tristan at school, and she's like, hey, I need you not to antagonize Dean about the fact that we kissed at the party, at Madeline's party, after Summer dumped him and Dean dumped her.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, please just don't. Things are really good with us. And you can tell that he's bummed about it. Yeah. He's like that. He's bummed that she and Dean are doing really well. And she also like goes a little too hard. She's like, there's no need for him to find out about something that I hated and wish didn't happen. And I just am like, girl,
shut up.
Did you not see his sad eyes?
Mm-hmm. Now he's just going to do it even harder.
He liked kissing you.
Yeah.
Like, just be cool. So he doesn't actually spill the beans. I don't think Dean ever finds out.
Okay.
Because this is the last point that it would be an issue. So Dean never finds out that they kissed at that party. However, Tristan is again being a cock during rehearsal. He keeps like forgetting his line. And so she has to like.
I'm sorry though. This rehearsal space is as big as this office.
Yeah.
And so he is like.
Dean is like right there. Here. It's horrible. He was like, "Oh, sit in the back. The back of what?
Where? Back of where, sir? No, if it were my boyfriend, I'd be like, no, absolutely not. This is weird. This is like, you should be in the scene with me. This is so strange."
So he basically, he says as much about the kiss at the party as he can without actually admitting it. Because he's just like, I think she should cry. And they're all, she's dead. She can't cry. That's like not a thing. Like, what are you doing? And so they're just still dick measuring, basically. It's horrible. And so Rory does end up getting Dean to leave, but then Tristan leaves right after because somebody texted him or
he got a
ping page, whatever.
I was like, he got a beep, but that's not it.
I don't know.
He got a page.
A page. I didn't have any of those devices when in the year 2001, so I don't know. Either way, Paris just runs off shouting after Tristan, like on the way out. And then the next day they are at the performance. No one can find Tristan. Rory is in her super cute outfit. They've all gone to see her. Suki's there, and Lane is there to see Henry, and Lorelai is there, and Dean is there. And he seems in okay spirits. I don't know.
I'm surprised that we didn't get a whole because you're making me watch Shakespeare. You have to go to a monster truck rally.
Although we did get where Rory was like, no amount of monster truck rallies in the world will make him miss that rehearsal, which is just like gross. Grow up.
So weird.
So Tristan finally arrives and Rory's like, you're not in costume. What is going on? And he's like, well, my dad pulled me out of school because they were breaking into one of his buddies' dad's safe. And it was fine, but then there was a silent alarm. So his dad's fed up. He's going to military school in North Carolina. And somebody made a comment and I was like, you're right, because One Tree Hill actually didn't start for a couple years after this. So he got like a TV movie, and then he was on Dawson's Creek, and then he did The Lone Ranger, and then he got One Tree Hill. But it was like all very rapid fire. It was like all right in a row. So, and that's basically why he left. So he's leaving, and she's like, well, that was really stupid of you. Like, it sucks that this happened, that you did this, like, blah, blah, whatever. And he says, I would kiss you goodbye, but your boyfriend's watching. And then he says, I'll see you around, Mary. And she smiles. And Dean is watching the whole time. Okay, this is where, for me, Tristan has the most potential. Because it's like he finally, he found the line. He found how far he could fuck up until it was too far. But it just, he didn't go to the line, he went past the line. And so now he's going to military school. But for me, if he hadn't done so well in Dawson's Creek, that he got the Lone Ranger, it was the Lone Ranger TV movie, not like the one with Johnny Depp. That he got One Tree Hill, I think they would have brought him back in college. And he would have ended up at the same college as Rory, and they would have reconnected. I think he would have been Logan. Or like Logan would have been him instead. Okay. Kind of thing. It would have had to be written a little differently because Logan, it's sort of an enemies to lovers kind of vibe like this is, but it's like it starts over as opposed to having like any kind of history. So that's where it's interesting to me, is I'm like, someone from your past that you like there was something there, but, like, not totally enough. And, like, you know, that to me is... Yeah. He's a cock for so much. I'm not arguing that. I know that he is. He's awful, but it's just this moment. Ugh.
Yeah. I'm kind of there with you, but I'm also not.
Yeah, but it's so, like, I'm not saying that it's there. I'm just saying the potential is there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the potential for him to come back and for it to be amazing.
Yeah.
Because I think they have really good chemistry, the two of them. Yeah. And Dean is just, like, a black hole of chemistry.
Yeah, terrible. Disgusting. I hate him.
So, yeah. Well, and I love, too, that she was, like, kind of into the Mary this one last time, like, as a goodbye, that it was, like, sort of cute. And she was like, oh, yeah, remember when you used to call me that? It's just cute. I like it.
Yeah.
And so then Paris plays Romeo. She puts on, like, a page boy wig and everything, and then she doesn't even kiss her. It's funny.
I actually thought that we were going to get, like, with the way that you set it up, and when they said in the beginning that they were doing Romeo and Juliet, I thought that we were going to watch Tristan and Rory kiss, and then Dean was going to freak out and then, like, torture her about it and then dump her again because she kissed somebody else and all of that. So that's where my mind went.
No, this is way not as bad as that.
No, not at all. No. So that's why I'm not, like, as mad, because I went to a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But he's still trash.
Dean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Full trash.
100%.
As well as that play. That play is trash.
It's not good. Much Ado About Nothing?
Right. Midsummer Night's Dream? Hello? A play within a play?
12th Night?
Yeah.
Anything.
Literally anything else. Anything else.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sick to death of Macbeth, and I prefer that.
I'm the same. Literally same. Because it's interesting, though that...
Well, Lady Macbeth is interesting. The rest of it is just it's stupid.
Honestly, for the longest, I couldn't tell you what that play was about. I only know that Lady Macbeth was she's the villain, but we also, like, kind of love her. She's the villain, but bitches get stuff done. I know. And it's fascinating. And then there are witches in it.
I like when we get, like, metaphorical Lady Macbeths, like, well, I'm about to spoil some. We gotta watch Mystic River before Will edits this. Because Laura Linney is such a good Lady Macbeth. Ugh, like, so good. So good.
So good. I really liked the Coen's version of Macbeth. I liked that a lot.
It was fine.
I liked it. It was spooky.
It was spooky. I mean, it's kind of spooky.
I know, but it was stylistically spooky.
Yeah. I don't care. And speaking of being sick to death, I'm also sick to death of Frances McDormand.
Yeah.
So. I like her. I think she's a fantastic actress. I think she hasn't deserved a handful of awards.
Yeah.
What did she just win for that I got so mad? It was Nomadland, right?
I think so, yeah.
Because I did also not 3 Billboards. Not that. And, like, I get it. And look, I'm so here for it. If you don't want to wear makeup, don't wear makeup. But, like, it just feels smug.
She has tinted moisturizer on. It's the no makeup
claim
is not real.
But it just feels smug.
Yeah.
I agree
with you. Stop looking sallow. Have a little bit of color on your cheeks. There's nothing wrong with that. It makes you look healthy.
Okay, so. Yeah, no, she beat Carey Mulligan. Unacceptable. No, it's unacceptable. I can't. And Viola Davis.
Yeah, no.
It's a no for me. It makes me fucking furious. Like, so furious. Like, I can't even explain how furious it makes me.
This is a nice role reversal. Usually I'm the one that's so angry.
And again, I like her. I like her so much. But I'm like, I don't... Because in my opinion, she keeps getting awards for playing women who are victimized in some way. And I don't... Why are we still awarded? Does it have to be a tragedy to get an award? Why does it have to be... the worst thing a woman has ever experienced to get an award, which I know that just goes against what I just said about Carey Mulligan, because Promising Young Woman is, like, pretty tough, but
that's different. That I saw.
I mean, I agree.
I saw something. It was like a TikTok.
And she beat Saoirse Ronan and Sally Hawkins and Margot Robbie when she won for 3 fucking Billboards. Unacceptable. I, Tanya, The Shape of Water, and Lady Bird. Unacceptable. Big no. I would have preferred if Meryl Streep won for The Post.
Yikes.
Neither.
But the TikTok that I saw was like the way that Carey Mulligan was positioned so many times in Promising Young Woman was religious iconography.
The angel wings. And stuff,
and so like
an avenging angel. Yeah.
So good. I would say let's watch that movie right now. I am not in a mental or emotional space for that.
The next episode is so charming. We'll do one more episode and then we'll have Spin Dip.
Yeah, woo! Spin Dip. Exciting. Oh, God, that fucking movie is so good. If you guys haven't seen Promising Young Woman, you need to. You 100% need to.
If you're still here, if you haven't logged off yet, because of my deep anger at Frances McDormand's wins. Because the other thing, too, is like, I 100% for Fargo. I love it. But then why didn't she win for Almost Famous? Who won that year? You know?
Yeah.
That's great.
But she's so nothing in Almost Famous.
It's just supporting. And Marcia Gay Harden won for Pollock. I mean, I guess Judi Dench could have won for fucking Chocolat, or Kate Hudson could have won for Almost Famous. God damn it.
Wow.
I'm so mad. I hate the Oscars. I hate them. I'm like especially heated right now this year because it was just a couple weeks ago and Barbie didn't win anything except for original song.
Yep.
So Billie Eilish won an Oscar, which is great, but she also already has one. And I'm like, although I like that. I like the Barbie song better than I like the
I'm Just Ken.
No. The James Bond song that she and Phineas wrote. All right. Well, that's our Oscar discussion. All right. That's it for us.
Yep.
Like and subscribe. Let us know what you think. And we'll see you next time.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Ugh, barf. Bye.
Bye.
Go drink some poison.
Yes.